Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning. Today we're gonna find and show homes, right? That's gonna be fun. This is one of the more fun sessions, and as new agents, you're gonna be working with a lot of buyers. That's usually how we fly when we're first getting rolling. It's easier to work with buyers than sellers, so I hope you have some open houses scheduled. You're gonna meet buyers, you're gonna follow up with them, and you're gonna serve them whatever capacity you can, wherever they are in the process. And then when you repeatedly continue to do that, they start coming out of the woodwork and going, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So we're gonna talk today about techniques for qualifying homes that you choose to show your people. Showing skills, of course, and then scripts. So there are so many to choose from. They have some great examples inside this particular session, and we can maybe modify that a little bit and create a couple of real simple, or what I like to call is like elevator speeches and stuff, so that you hopefully will leave with at least one that you're really comfortable with and you can start using right away. So if you don't have a script partner, I hope you get one, because when you're new especially, even when you're not new, it doesn't matter, it strengthens you so that you're bolder when you're out and about, when you know that you have a way to respond to things. Just like I shared with you, hey, how's business? Hey, business is great, but I'm never too busy for your referrals.
Right.
I've had people kind of giggle and say, oh, I know, it's great, but you're never too busy for my referrals. And I'm like, bingo, thank you. Anyway, well, there's some really good stuff in this session that's going to help you to alleviate fears and move forward, because usually when we don't go out and really go for it, it's because we're nervous, we don't know what to do when something happens. So it's all about empowerment in that respect, okay? I'm going to put glasses on because I'm old. And then this is a very small class, so I would imagine someone's going to wander in, but for the most part, we're just going to dig in and do everything together. So
That's right.
We are the team, right? We are the team. I like it. So you can also be thinking about if you've run into anyone or have an opportunity, so that we can do something close to a real search to set up a buyer thing, we can do that too. So maybe there's something you're working on that you can share and go in that direction. Real that word. Okay, so what I have discovered, as I shared before, is that sometimes this PowerPoint gets behind a little bit, so I'm going to follow it somewhat, but for just this reason, I don't usually too much. So let's just, in the beginning here, start with the action reveal. Would you like to share any ahas and your numbers also, so that we can add them? So what we want is any numbers you've done. So in the past
Sorry.
no problem. I feel better now, thank you.
I'm probably pretty good about that, so.
What we've been doing up till now is making calls, right? And then you tell me the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're gonna make some calls so you can add those numbers. But I want you to also give me the numbers since the last time you were in class. So whether it's Friday or Wednesday, whatever it is that you've been doing at home and stuff too. So if you have those numbers, I want those when we're finished calling. It's kind of an accountability thing, right? Because you can't give me any numbers unless you've been keeping track. And I'm the first to admit it's not real easy tracking and keeping all these numbers. It's really easy to get started and going and not put those numbers down, and then at the end you're not really sure where you're at. So I guess my point is try and get in that habit, because tracking and measuring is a really key component to a successful business, because it helps you figure out what's working, what isn't working. And if you look back a few months and you go, oh, look at my numbers, that's why my business is so much, or, oh man, look back, I remember I was on a roll. I was really disciplined for a couple weeks, and I sat down and I set high goals and I tackled them, and look at this, I have business. It really is a correlation, so tracking measure is very, very important. So, today's expectations, of course, are just simply to wander through how we're going to go online and find homes to sell, and what our touring with these people look like. We're gonna have one video in this class, and that's kind of about it. It's a real simple class, I like it. So, action reveal. Got any numbers for me, or any ahas or any successes that you'd like to share since the last class? I report to Nicole.
Yeah. So for numbers, since the last class, it's about 15 dials.
Ooh, nice.
About 15 dials, 10 conversations, and 2 appointments.
Nice.
Hey, watch out, watch out.
How many conversations was it?
10.
Nice, that's good numbers. Those are good
I'm
numbers.
calling a friendly crowd.
Good.
2 appointments.
2 appointments. Have you been on either of these appointments?
I haven't, because my challenge is the first one is actually commercial, so I'm gonna meet with Michelle and figure out what is commercial and which is me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna meet with Michelle and figure out what to do there. The second appointment is towards the end.
Yeah, great. With that commercial, I'm not a commercial agent. I actually met someone and had an appointment. It was actually right after the class I taught last Monday. I'm not a commercial agent, so I don't really understand. I had to think, okay, now triple net is.
Yes, right,
You know,
yes.
It's like a whole different business. It's kind of like attorneys, right? There's real estate attorneys, there's
Yeah.
tax
Right.
attorneys and all like that, so,
You know, maybe I'll take some
I
advice.
I would refer it out.
So I'll take some advice on this, because here's the issue is the people that came in through, it's my best friend's father-in-law is an architect. He's working with a business in Florida that they just bought, and they're redoing a 5,000 to 6,000 square foot jewelry store. They just opened one in Las Vegas, and now they want one in Hawaii.
Nice.
My family's had retail stores here in Hawaii before, so even though I haven't done commercial,
You
we
understand the
renegotiated
mechanics.
all those leases, etc.
Yeah,
And because he seems to be in expansion mode, I just don't want to give up the client. So maybe, I guess my question for you in a long-winded way is, if you refer out, do you lose the client then as well? I mean, is there a danger that, you know, is it?
I guess there's always a danger if that client chooses to work with the person you referred them to.
Right.
What I would probably do is convey to, this is me personally, I would convey to that buyer that I want them to have the best service that you get, the most knowledgeable service. And so since I'm not really in
You're
a
trying to help
position,
me.
this is me, so since I'm not in a position, because that is not my area of specialty or expertise, that I'm going to find a good agent.
Yep.
And then Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, Mr. Buyer, the two of us will work together to help you realize your goals.
That's the way I was leaning,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just maybe stay engaged and maybe just negotiate a better percentage for the referral.
Exactly,
Right.
stay engaged, and then you need to convey to that agent that you want to be a part of it. I mean, we can maybe talk later, there's certain lines that you don't cross, you don't wanna micromanage, somebody who you refer to, and
I hate it done to me, so it would be
right,
someone else. Sure.
right. But you wanna be staying in touch, you want updates, you want to call that client every week or however they choose for you to communicate with them. And then if they do business on Oahu after that, then they might go straight there. And unless you make arrangements ahead of time, then you won't get another referral fee. But that can be done there, but if they do business on Maui.
Is there
Right.
an ability to do, within that referral fee negotiation, can you keep that in perpetuity or no? That people typically don't do it?
Typically not. I had an experience last year and kind of felt bad because I sold somebody something and it was a referral, paid the referral, fine, we go on, and then they said, we want to buy something else. Great. It was about 3 months short of 2 years later. Well, what I hadn't seen on the referral slip is that it said for the next 2 years.
Ooh.
Didn't even occur to me,
Yeah.
I never had that experience. So then I hear from the agent, hey, you know, oh, sorry, didn't know, you know. But yeah, so they put it in for the next 2 years. So you could possibly do that as well. You could do that as well, for sure. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, at this point in our career, we're not competent or specialized in any section of real estate, right?
True.
So it seems to me that a lead like that, you could just simply lean into your broker and say, help me out, I'm trying to help this person. I personally wouldn't refer this business out.
It's commercial.
So what? Am I not licensed to do commercial?
Yeah, and well, and again, there's different ways of thinking.
Yeah, that's
Personally-
my attitude. I can learn that. Right?
I just don't wanna learn anything at a customer or client's expense.
So you're gonna have to learn it somewhere with someone somehow. You're not gonna learn it through a book, you're gonna learn it experientially.
I
right?
agree, and if your goal is to be a commercial agency, my goal is never, ever been to be a commercial agent. So I
Okay.
would always refer that out because I can't do a great job for that agent, you know.
Because
And
that's not where your heart is.
it's not where my heart is or my business, it's really a different kind of business, it's totally
I
different.
I know nothing about
Yeah.
it, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's completely different, you know. People buy homes on emotion, investors are less emotional, and in commercial situations, the numbers are the bottom line, right? And,
So you're telling me I'm supposed to be a commercial agent?
But yeah,
Okay, that
that's-
helps.
That's his,
Maybe
that's
that's
his profile.
Yeah, okay, so,
That's his
so
profile.
there you go, that might be, you know. So yeah, talk to Michelle, and hopefully she knows of a counterpart in our Oahu office, and then let them know, maybe if you go, you know what, this is a sign, because I already knew this was kind of an area that might be good for me, maybe then you will ask the agent you're referring to if they would, accept 20 instead of 25%, and let you shadow them, or whatever deal you put together, right?
Good idea.
Yeah, so you could do it that way, but yeah, and if you.
I mean, if there's anything I don't know, I can find out from someone who does know, right?
Right.
I can ask someone.
The other thing is, his is on Oahu, so,
That's a plan away.
yeah, we have a different philosophy,
Yeah.
but that's totally fine. I have just found over the years, I need to focus on what I do. If I get, I look at it this way, an inch wide and a mile deep rather than a mile wide and an inch deep.
Yeah.
That's been my experience, but again,
Well,
there's a lot of people do a lot of different stuff.
That's valid. I mean,
Yeah.
that's totally valid. Here you are.
Here I am.
Yeah, it's 30 years. but-
Yeah.
So you must be doing something right.
So we're discussing numbers. If you have some numbers to give me, that'd be great. And I apologize, tell me your first name again.
Gabriella.
Gabriella. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And then for my dials, it's 10 since the last class.
Okay.
And I've had 8 conversations, no appointments.
Okay, that's okay. And
I'm Teresa.
Teresa, TH or TE?
TE, thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Since the last class, we're gonna add to it when we do our call.
Okay, how many dials? I had 2 face-to-face conversations.
Okay.
I didn't dial anyone up with,
Okay.
this in mind.
Okay, and,
I gave the app to one person, and the other person was Keller Williams, real estate agent, was her husband. She was,
oh, funny how that.
yeah, it was really funny, 20 years. So he's in San Francisco, and we're gonna exchange information.
There you go.
I gave her my business card. She was
Yeah.
gonna email me his information.
Very good, very good. Any appointments?
Not yet.
No, okay, no problem. It was Thanksgiving week as well, August took a long time. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm gonna jump into the curriculum, and I am not really going to follow this because it just makes my rhythm, but, yeah, you know what, if it's all right with you, I'm gonna just bag out of this, I don't see the value right this time. Okay. So did you have anything you wanted to share in terms of ahas? Discoveries, anything fun that happened? Okay, so I'm cruising to page 8 now. So I'm gonna do some real play. I'm gonna make some calls with you. This is a great affirmation. My business is growing as my database grows. So our first goal is to call for 20 minutes and make contact with as many people as possible. Always asking for referrals and offering your app. You can text to them, and of course to secure an appointment. So down at the bottom here is a place for you to put your information, and after that we're going to write a couple notes. So I'm going to suggest that I get a watch. This is crazy. I hope the next one's in Honolulu, even if I have to drive there. This is just too crazy. What time is it? It is 9:52. Okay, how about 10 after 10? Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do that.